Coach Jackson? All right, Head Coach Tremaine Jackson, Prairie View A&M. How are you doing this morning, Coach?
Doing good. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you just fine. Coach, you give opening statement. I'll ask a question, then we'll open it up to the rest of the members of the meeting.
Yeah, first of all, glad to be here. A year ago where I used to watch Swac Media Day and wonder what this day would be like. And now we're sitting here at Prairie View A&M University at Swac Media Day. When this day comes, we know that football is right around the corner. We report in 2 weeks. And so we're fired up on the hill, excited to be here, excited to be back home, but most of all, excited to represent this great university and this athletic department in the right manner. We're new. We got a new set of another energy, a different level of energy. We're fired up about what we can do here at Prairie View A&M, and we can't wait to get to work.
All right, Coach. I know at your days at Valdosta State, I think it was called the dog mentality.
Yeah.
Could you explain that to the rest of the people? Even though you're a Panther now,
Yeah.
you still carry that dog mentality over to Prairie View A&M?
Absolutely. I mean, the dog mentality has been us since we've been a head coach. That started in 2021 in Colorado Mesa, or 2020 during COVID. And all that simply is saying that our core values and our things that you got to be one of us is to be disciplined, be obedient, and have a lot of grit. We pride ourselves on being disciplined people. Therefore, we should be a disciplined collective. We pride ourselves on being obedient, which is simply submitting and complying with the authority for the greater good of the team. And then we certainly pride ourselves on having a lot of grit, which is a passion and perseverance for long-term and meaningful goals. That's who we are, regardless of what the mascot is. The interim, what you're going to get from us is dogmatic. I often tell people I'm of canine descent. Everything about us is the all-black cane corso with the white stripe, which you bet not pet, because we're not a pettable puppy. When we come off this hill, man, it's gonna be some real trouble. We stand on that, and that's what the dog mentality allows us to do.
All right, James Hill, and then Miss Davis, and then Terrence Harris. Mr. Hill, you're up.
Coach Jackson, congratulations on all your success. Talk a little bit about coming in, putting your stamp on that program, looking around and kind of tweaking some things and that mentality and just winning and putting this thing together the way you want to.
Yeah, Mr. Hill, every year we have a theme. This year's theme is water to wine. Look at John 2:5. It simply says Jesus' mother looked over and said, do exactly what he tells you to do. That's what we're telling them. That's what we're doing. We're telling people what to do. We expect them to fully get it done so we can take our program from water to wine. When we walked in the door here, we ripped all the pictures off the wall. Just because we were don't mean we will be. Just because we weren't don't mean we can't be. And so we changed the whole mentality, and that's flipping rosters. In this day and age, we had to flip a lot of people off this roster. We got 71 new players on our team. There's only 34 returners from last year's team, and that's not common to people, but we needed to do this our way. If we're going to talk about going to Atlanta like we started talking about when we walked in the door, then we need to make sure we did this in the manner that we know how to do it. Very, very glad that I'm working with Anton Goff, our athletic director. He allowed us to do this because this is not a common place in the SWAC. It's not common the way we do things, but we feel real good about it. We hope that we can continue to grow our program socially and internally. And August 30th, we look forward to putting a great product on the field.
Coach, in closing, you picked to finish third in the West. Just talk about the mentality and the guys you have and what you need to do to finish first and get to Atlanta, as you say.
Yeah, Mr. I was hoping they picked us last. I mean, I've been on both sides of this thing, man. A year ago, I was picked number one, and we ended up winning it. 3 years ago, we picked fifth and ended up winning. So it really doesn't matter. We care about the post at Prairie View A&M. We don't really care about the pre. All the pre stuff, we consider that being cute. It's kind of like looking at yourself when you put on a suit in a mirror. Until you go to the actual event, you don't really know what you look like. And so that's how we go about things. Hadn't seen the rankings, was hoping we were last, but our guys' mentality is going to be the same. We have to learn to treat compliments and criticisms the same. We expect to win. We expect to be successful. We can't allow ourselves to get too high or too low, regardless of what happens. We just got to play our brand of football.
Thank you, Coach. Have a good season.
Thank you.
Miss Davis, you're up.
Hi, good morning, Coach. It's Kim Davis from Chalk Talk in Houston. Welcome to the SWAC. And my question for you is, you talked about the changes you've made to the roster. How difficult was that? What's the buy-in been like? And can you describe what your player, the player that can play for this team with this mentality, who is he? What does he look like?
Yeah. I answer that first. He's a dog, Miss Davis. He's disciplined. He's obedient. He's got a lot of grit. He's doing those things on and off the field, and he actually can play Division I football. Changing over the roster was tough because a lot of those guys that are no longer here, they did buy into what we were doing this spring, which you can simply see by seeing we had the highest team GPA for a semester that the program has ever had. We've been playing football since 1907 at Prairie View A&M. And so it's one of those deals to where guys bought in even though that they're not here. And they bought in simply because we had a non-negotiable plan. We say oftentimes we're a parentally ran program. You do exactly what we tell you to do. Just like when mama told you to take out the trash, she's not asking or negotiating to take out the trash. The trash needs to be taken out. And so even the guys that have left our roster, they still bought into that, and we've helped them find somewhere to play. But just because you buy in don't mean you can play at Prairie View A&M. No more can you just send your kid to Prairie View A&M and he get on the roster. If he's 5'8", Prairie View A&M probably not the place for him. And we had to come in and have a realistic conversation with our fans, with our high school coaches in the state of Texas, and with everybody that wants to send somebody to Prairie View A&M. Make sure somebody else wants him before you send him to Prairie View A&M. We're not 0-82 anymore. That's not us. We're on the quest to win a national championship. And so if you ain't gonna send him to Texas, don't just send him to us. And it was hard at first, but now it's been well received because people have come by and they see what it is that we're trying to get done.
And one quick follow-up, what excited you most about coming to PV?
Anton Golf. I'm from Houston. I passed by Prairie View A&M on the way from Houston to Austin to see my daughter a lot of times. I never once looked over there and said, I want to be the head coach over there. I always said why they can't win, but I never once said I want to be the head coach. When I had a conversation with Anton Golf, I wanted to be the head coach because I felt like he had a vision. And most of the times in college football, if you're working with somebody that has no vision, you can't be successful. And I was tired of dragging people along at the places I've been. I wanted to be coached. I wanted to be taught. I wanted to be at a place where we were all on the same page. And between Dr. LeGrand and Anton Golf, our AD, we were all on the same page. And I was excited to choose to come to Prairie View A&M.
Thank you, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Terrence Harris, and then the Yard HBCU Sports. Mr. Harris.
Hey, what's going on, Coach?
What's going on, Terrence?
Nada. Hey, what would you say have been some of your biggest challenges since taking on this job?
Yeah, bringing Prairie View A&M football to normal. We often think we're normal, but when we don't go other places, when we're not outside of where we are, we don't get a chance to see what the new normal really is. And we've had to do some things to get us to normal. People always talk about the size of our staff. That's normal. It's normal college football. If you don't have that and you're in college football, you need to get normal. But our people recognize that we want it to be normal. We have not gotten anything that we wanted or something spectacular, but we've gotten things that we needed. And so it looks like we come in here, we got more than the last person and this, that, and the other. But all we've actually done was try to bring our program to normal. But from technology, from analytics, from coaching staff, from the way that we dress, the way that we go about things, we had a good product for then. We want to have a great product for now. And so getting normal has been difficult because you're having to convince people that things are not normal.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Next up, the Yard HBCU Sports. This will be our last question.
Good morning, Coach. Dwayne Nashville, the Yard HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I'm on the road this morning.
I see. Quick question. How similar or different was it developing your program there at Prairie View as opposed to you developing it there at Valdosta State as it pertains to you getting it to the point of being quote unquote normal?
Yeah, I don't think this has been very difficult at all because when I was at the last place, I learned a lot. I went to a place, the last place I was at, people thought it was normal. People thought it was ready to go. People thought it was ready to compete when we got there. It wasn't. And so I bought into the fact that it was, and we didn't do things the way that we had done my first head coaching job. And now we negotiated a lot. We bargained with some people, whether it was players, fans, alumni. We bargained. We didn't set our program firm in the ground when we got here, and that didn't work for us. By the way, that did not work for us. After the 22 season, I realized that this is the way we are. And there's a song, a Houston song that says, "This is the way we ball. This is us." And so when we got to Prairie View A&M, it was very clear of the way that we ball. This is the way we come in and put in a program. It seems harsh. It's very confrontational. Some people don't like it because it's not about butterflies and gummy bears. It's about being really serious about the product and representing our university. And so now that we've done that, now that this is my third time doing that and we came in, it hadn't been difficult at all. And again, even people that are no longer here still have learned a lot from us and wanted to be a part of us, but we had to make the necessary moves. So it's been smooth. Our program is always growing. So we're just, people talk about, we're talking about this and talking about that. We just put the seed in the ground. We just now starting to water. So if people were nervous about us putting the seed in the ground, imagine what's going to happen when we start to water, because our program ain't even nowhere near where we want it to be.
And you talk about that dog that you wanted to bring into Prairie View. Does that dog look any different than what that dog looked like when you were over in D2?
No, that dog is internal, and that dog gonna hunt, as my grandma would say. And so we, for us, is who we are. You have to be in our day to day to really understand it. It sounds good, but like I said, John 2:5, man, whatever they tell you, whatever he tells you to do it. That's our program, man. Being a dog is about doing what you're told to do the best way you can do it, being disciplined, obedient, and grit. It doesn't matter if it's the Little League Giants or the New York Giants and everything in between. That's who we are, and that's who we always gonna be.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck to you this
Thank
year,
you.
and I look forward to speaking with you. All right.
Coach, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.